Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Factorio Fixit with Superdsftw for the win. We're back at his factory and we're going to try and continue to straighten it out and get it to Science Pack 2. I'm just going to have a think now and figure out what we're going to do here. I was thinking about this today at work and I was thinking that the smart money would have been to do things a little bit differently. It would have been to run the material process in this way, and that way that allows the smelter to expand over here in this direction. So expand out here and the copper can expand out here, and then you feed the copper and the iron in from these directions. But that's too late, it'll do for the moment. Now what we'll do is we need to sort out red science, and I'd like to really leave these how they are, which is going to mean placing down something up here to make them work. Now, what we might do, bit of a lag spike from hell, is we'll just play around with this build and see if we can get it to work. Now this needs to be gear wheels. We're going to direct insert into those. Now, what else we need to do is so we need to work out how we're going to have the copper coming in. Now that's fine. That's fine. We've just got a smart inserter. Yeah, that's alright. Actually, we probably don't need those. We probably just need these. Okay, that's good. And this will remove because we're not going to need that anymore. Pick this up. As I said earlier, I'm trying to maintain as much of the factory as I can, because I don't want to go and change everything completely, because that's not what this is about. This is trying to create a bit of a foundation, back one, for Superdsftw, then run with and hopefully reach rocket defense on his own. Just a few ideas on ways you can do things. This is definitely going to need one of them. Right, so that's going to sort that out. Now these we're going to need to do something like this, I believe. Now this should run underneath like that. Whoops, I've missed. Like that. So that should be fine there. And now all we need to do is we can run this down. That's going to be where we're aiming for. Something like this. Right, we need another splitter. That'll get done building shortly. But not a bad little build actually. This is going to work quite nicely, I think. And this is all being based on a central bus idea, an artery if you will. So we've got our main two resources that are going to flow down the middle of the factory, and then we just split them out from there and send them in different directions. Right, so that's that sorted, done. Just need to power everything up and that'll work. There we go. So that's red science. Jeez, lagging. Beery. Okay, so that's that sorted. Now unfortunately this is all placed upon a stone stack, so it's not ideal, but whatever. Got a lot of raw resources just sitting around here. So we'll pick some of these up, see if we can do something with them. Because what else we need to do is set up some sort of wall manufacturer. That's quite important right now. So what we'll do is just here, I just need to measure this out so I know what I'm doing. We'll go from there to there and there to there, and one of these. That's wonderful. Power the entire thing up just like that. Okay, Now in here is where we're going to put the stone. That's going to make the bricks for us. Now out of that we can bring the stone bricks. Now we'll just run up here and grab these two, because this has got toxic spill. Anyway, we'll run down here and just throw all those in. What would really help actually is if we could get rid of some of this. Let's do that. Bit of inventory management. Okay, that's all gone. That's good. Now that possibly doesn't need to extend any further than there, because this will draw from that, and it will ensure there's no hangovers, no leftover pieces. So that's really good. Now that isn't working. Let's just fix that quickly before we go running off. Yep, that's all good. Right. Now we'll clean up this toxic spill. Get it all cleaned up and packed away into a box down here to make some lovely walls with, because very shortly we're going to need defences. You can see that my cloud of pollution is growing. Okay, so that's that done. And this is just merely to make sure that the everything unloads. Now I'll just put this here and this here. Now what I need to do is sort out my wall production. Now from here on, all Superdsftw needs to come along and do is just throw his stone in here, and that will sort everything. Very, very straightforward. It'll feed itself, it'll work itself out, and it'll build in walls. Now okay, that there like that, and that there like that. It's here like this and this. Ideally you'd want to be direct inserting from the factory straight into this, because of the speed at which it requires walls. It's going to require 5 just to do anything, but we're going to run with this kind of idea, because we can't fit it in here, and sometimes you just got to do that. Now that's got no power, so we'll power this up. The last thing we need to do is put in an output. Here's a steel chest, conveniently. So that's going to make walls for us, and that'll handle defense largely. Now then, what we need to do is sort out our electronic circuits. Now what we'll do is just pick this up and disable this for the moment, because we want to keep a similar kind of layout to this idea. Now what we might do though, wow, that's a lot of copper. Oh, it just fits. Come over here, place it all in there. So what we'll do is we'll just pick this up, play around with some of this, and see if we can get a nice build happening. So what we're going to need is, well, oh, that'd be right. Okay, so that's that. Questions. Don't know what to do yet. Just wait. Whoops. Repair pack. This is quite a complex and compact little build. Not bad actually. It seems like it would work, given proper input. The problem is the inputs are all manual. So what we need to do is really straighten this out. Now, the other thing is that you don't need 2 gear wheel factories for yellow inserters. You only need 1. Whoa, that's a lot of belts, so I don't want to pick all those up. Oh dear. Okay, let's just delete that for the moment. straighten all this out. Okie dokie. Now, we've built them all, so that's good. Now what we need to do is we need to build 3 of them. 2 and 3, and that'll match up perfectly with 2 of them. Okay, we can possibly delete all this for the moment, because this is going to be our green circuits right here. Now, right, like that, that's too easy. That's all done. Now, how to do the next part. What we'll do is we'll just run this over a little bit further, and then we'll go up and do it that way. Because now what I can do is a little trick to sort things out here. Now this, we need to insert another splitter. Now the reason I'm backing this off by 1 is because this will split off 50%, which means that at least 50% will get past it, because this is going to eat resources like you would not believe. And actually into the late game, this you can actually expand some. Now I'm gonna leave some gaps for power poles, because I'm gonna need them. So that's everything charged. Right, there we go, done. Now the other thing I need to do is sort out my iron plates. So let's do them here and here, which means we just need to run that iron down in this kind of area. And that's fine, we can sort that out easily enough. So again, another splitter, probably don't need the fast ones. Okay, just like that. Go down. Now this might get a bit complicated here. I promise you, it's not as complicated as it's going to seem. Now we'll run a splitter just here and a splitter just here, because that will move all the resources over to the left and theoretically power that. Now the other thing we need to do I don't need this wall yet. Need this though. That's not ideal. Okie dokie. So to this point it'll split it 50-50 between this factory and this factory. Now we just need to connect this up. Okay, that's that. That's our green circuits there, done. Now that's a pretty hardcore build, as I said. This line of green circuits we can actually bring up to the middle here and run it as part of our central bus, should we want to. Now we need to come up with a build for our yellow inserters next. We'll keep these here as is. That's fine. That's a bit odd. Anyway. I just need out and out. dokie. Okay, that's all that done. This factory is going to be very, very different to the way I picked it up. Mostly because everything kind of needed work. There's not really much that you could use. A lot of it just needed fixing. Now you'll notice that all of this is unplugged at the moment, and that's fine because I'm just getting the factory working. I'm getting it in the right order. Now that's fine. Okay. Oh my god, it did it again. Anyway, we'll work through. Done. And now we can put this here, and that's going to be a buffer for the power generation. Now, what we need to do is we need to make a build for two things. Firstly, for our inserters and also our little track thingies here. Now, smart money would make use of that massive box of items. Okie dokie. So this is going to be those ones. This is going to be these ones, and this is going to be the yellow inserters. There we go. Done. Now what we need is from there to there, there to there. That's fine. Inserter. There to there. That's good. And then we'll do another fast inserter from there to there. Now that's good. Now the other thing we're gonna need to do is also get it out onto a belt so that we can get everything down here to these ones. Now this is also going to need, well, both of these are going to need iron plate. Let's have a look at the spacing here. No, that's not going to work. How to get it in? I think that works for me. Again, the smart money. I really want a way of splitting it out, but I can't come up with one, so there we go, done. Oops, back one. Go. So this iron line will continue on into the factory. Oh, not enough belt. It's okay. Along with this copper line. Both of those lines should continue on and go on to build other things. Lead successful lives and build many, many items in this Factorio factory. Okay. That will supply that, which means we just need the iron for this. Oh, do I amend this? Yes, I do, I think. I wonder. I think it will. No, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. We're going to do it a different way through here, because I can't get the spacing to work, so we're going to go with the G-Stolt. We're going to see things the other way. Go Google it. It's a really cool concept. Basically, instead of trying to put this underground, we put the other one underground and do it that way instead. Now this will allow us to do that, which will hook up that there, and then this will split off 50% to this little factory here. That'll do that. And this we can continue further. It can go on and build other things in the factory. Now this has a lot of iron, and so does this. So we'll pick both of these up and move them into our storage. Wow, a lot of resources right now. lot of resources. Okay. Oh wow. Still can't get it all. By me moving it over here, it's just introducing it into this system, and it will just put it back through the factory. And that's why I do things this way. Can I get it all? Yes, I can. Wonderful. Because this we can all pick up now. Oh gee whiz, I'm going to be pressed for time here to get everything done. Hopefully I get there. Plenty of walls now, so that will allow the good man Superdsftw to go and build some defenses when I give him back the save. Oh, actually. Now, which way will that tend? I have to wait and see what way this goes when I turn it on. That's okay. That's all set up now. So, what we need to do... Actually, this is really poor design by yours truly. Just jump down here and delete all this. Oops. That's how it should have been done the first time. Okay. Dunsky. And with splitters, it's quite easy just to move your spacing. So right now I'm going to use another splitter here, or actually I'm going to use one here and keep that one there, and then that will put the iron and the copper side by side. That'll be really good. Right, now to connect up my factory, I'm just going to need to throw this down here. Whoop, nearly. Okay, nope, that's wrong. I need that to go onto the inside of the track. Stop. Right, so the way I get this onto the inside of the track is by doing an arumba knot, I think. That's what I call an arumba knot, because that'll move that onto the middle of the track now. Onto the inside of the track, sorry, rather. Okay, that's wonderful. Now the other thing we need to get into here is actually green circuits. I didn't think about that. A little bit pressed with space as well. Looks like it's going to be into there. RTI. So what we'll do is, that's in a really inconvenient place actually. Okay, that'll work. Okay. And like this. And like this. Done. Job done. Too easy. Now I can run this up here. Now this actually will become part of the central bus. It will, or it can be used in other places of the factory. Now we need to just do this way because it won't fit the other way. Yep, that'll work. Then we'll need to go up and out, just like that. Pretty compact, really. Okay, so these need to be green circuits, and these need to be copper. These are going to build quite fast. Now, what we need to do is we need to throw a rebalancer in somewhere. How the bloody heck I'm going to do that? Oof. Quite tight on space. Yeah, ideally you'd rebalance this line somehow. Possibly in here somehow. Okay, so that's that. We've got this waiting for nothing. Wonderful. So we just need to extend this line now. And just get it down to our research, which is here. Okay, that's fine, we can make this work. Okay, we'll skip that over by one. Go like this, and there we go, that's green research sorted. Okie dokie. There we go. Whoops, I've unplugged all this now. It's not to plan. God dang it. Okie dokie. So we've got our red science, we've got our green science, we've got our main factory artery sorted, which is going to be very helpful in further episodes, as well, I'm not going to be playing it. Mr. Super DS is going to be. So as he moves forward in the game, he's going to have these two lines of resources that he can use. And yeah, my advice is to use them and to run your factories off. That way you don't have to manually do anything. Just pick up all of this, because it's no longer required. Same with all this spaghetti. I love spaghetti, like, don't get me wrong, like, a good bit of pasta is awesome, like a bit of spag bowl, as we call it here in Australia, it's awesome. Bit of cheese, bit of sneaky carrot, can't go wrong. But Factorio spaghetti, no, not so much. You want to avoid spaghetti in Factorio where you can, because it just makes things too hard. Because like routing belts through all of that is just tough. Like it'll make your brain fall out your ear. That's what we're talking about here. Now we've got some raw materials, so we'll throw that in there, and also some raw materials down here. Now this we need to sort out and figure out why it isn't plugged in. Okay, that's why, because I unplugged it. Duh. Just half of that. That's fine. So right now, need to realise that iron isn't quick enough, so I'd be upgrading that. But that one's a future me problem. Well, not really a future me problem, but a future Super DS problem. Now, this we can straighten out a little bit and get it working in a straight line, because we don't want any or too many inefficiencies creeping in too quickly. And we'll skip it over one more and then run it up. And then this can become our, whoa, lot of research packs. Oh well, that's fine. We can fix it. We'll make this here kind of our research facility, and I just unplugged everything. You dodo. So this will be the last thing I do before I bid you all farewell and hand the save back. Now, how are we going to set up the labs? We're just going to go with standard configuration, I think. We don't need those. Them is fine. And standard configuration is 2 belts up the middle with laboratories either side. And the reason I'll do it this way is because it's easy to copy. You can just crank them out. We're going to need another 2 of them. Now, this is really nice. We can come down here with this, grab some underground belt, which we don't have any of. That's no good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come here, combine, go up and in. So, in, combine, in. And the reason we'll put both of them on one belt is because then later this belt becomes dedicated to blue and purple science. Okay. Something else you can do here is you can add an additional factory or 2, making green science if you find it's way too slow, which I suspect it may be. But that's okay. Now, just throw all of those in there because that will just introduce all of it to the system. And these will throw in here. So there we go. So from here, what would I do? Well, defense. First and foremost, I would be really concerned about defense. We're not going to need any there for the moment. I would be looking at, putting down walls that I've made here, and I'd be creating a bit of a perimeter here and here, placing down laser turrets, perimeter here and here. Actually, let's get the map up because that can be an easy pointer. So yeah, perimeter here-ish, here, here, across, and then down. That's what I would throw down to start with, and then build my factory, focus on oil processing, getting to laser turrets, securing the base, and then looking at trying to move through the systems, not the systems, the research, and get everything researched. Get to rocket defense as quickly as you can. Now these, we're not needing them to start with, but we'll run with it. So that's everything automated. 33 minutes for the second episode. Only took me an hour, and I reckon this now is a base that I'd be proud to play on. That's for sure. I've pretty much redesigned the entire thing. Superdsftw, he had a really good crack at it. Had a really couple of good ideas. I've tried to take those ideas and run with them as much as I can. What are these? Little iron pickaxes. Mine now. I think the only thing I've kept is like that and one of them. Everything else I moved. I left some of the miners where they are. But there we go. That's Factorio Fixit 3, part 2 of the Superdsftw for the win factory. I'm going to hand back the save. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you'd like me to have a look at your save, I'd love to have a play on it. So send it through, email it to me. I'll put my email in the description, or you can post it on the Reddit or in the Factorio forums. All of that works. I try and keep an eye on it all. And yeah, I could be playing in your factory. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.